but my brother runs an ambulance company called TBM. They always,
Yes.
you have to have EMT. So like I think he starts them with like $35 an hour. But those is driving the you have to go for training for EMT.
Yes.
And TBM is different because he pays I think $10 than anyone else. So everyone is running to him.
Because yeah, that's what happens. Whether you can take Kenya out of you can take a man out of Kenya, but you can never take Kenya out of a man, right?
Him is paying people more. You've seen his TikTok, Tom Burns.
Yeah, actually, I saw the video which you sent me. I checked briefly, and I was like, wow. I was
Yeah.
like,
So he always hires drivers, but tell them you have to be here because he has the company is in Pennsylvania and Delaware. He's always hiring, but you have to go and get the EMT certification and come back. Remember we were talking about the way we have so many companies and all that.
that's right.
The other thing I wanted to say, instead of going to Saudi Arabia, okay, if you have a passion for nursing, you don't have to be a nurse, caregivers. Do you know there's a 500,000 shortage of nurses and caregivers? No, nurses, not even caregivers in America. That's going to be in the next 10 years. Do you know Philippines, because I went to college there, Philippines exports nurses, salesmen. Actually, they're called the overseas Filipino workers. Why can't we do that? Like specialized, okay?
I can tell you why.
Why? There's
Because
something good. I don't want to say it because ijaiva bado, but things are happening. Discuss why. So
yeah, but I can tell you why. Just to answer that question, the first one you just asked me. This is the easiest. Kenyans love the easiest way out. Hey, listen, free passport, free visa, free health, some free health documents that are actually forged at River Road. Zimewekwa stamp zimewekwa stamp hata isobeki. Yeah? And then they will hear one word. Then they will say 60K. Talipo 60K. And that's why I say it's the perfect system of paid slavery. So unlike how the Africans were slaves back in the days, and they worked in America for 400 years without getting any pay, these ones are getting paid.
Yes, yeah, there's a 500,000 shortage. And when you say nursing, people don't know nursing is so diverse. Very. Like you see, Winnie didn't like the bedside part. She went and did the
Yeah.
legal. Okay, for example,
Smart.
and you love IT, you go into nursing informatics. There's management. That is why they teach us leadership and management. Okay, there's educators. You don't have to be there on the floor. Okay, people don't know that. So when you see nursing, so when they're saying there's a 500,000 shortage of nurses, utakuwa unadunga watu shindano. Okay, unaweza branch into informatics if you love IT.
Yes.
Branch into the legal part. Okay, if
Yes.
you like winning. Okay.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can branch into management. Okay?
Yes.
You can branch into so many things. So you don't have to be a nurse to be on the floor. Okay, you can branch into charge. So you see, this is what people don't understand. So when they're talking about this 500,000, okay, jobs in the next 10 years, they're not just not talking like Panguza Mavi. Okay.
Pana.
Ni kila kitu. Okay.
Health law,
Health,
technical part,
tech,
management, all this stuff. So what advice would you? Okay, because that was actually the point, and it's gonna be a soundbite on this segment.
Okay, so the advice I'll give.
What advice will you'll give my fellow Kenyans?
So what advice I'll give Kenyans? If you have a passion and nursing, me nakumbuka, brother, actually I was supposed to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. I was supposed to be a doctor. Actually that's why I came here, did my postgraduate studies. It's called postbachelorate. I was about to do MCAT. When I went to start working as a nurse, nilijua mimi sitaki kuandikwa na mtu yoyote. TBM is also a nurse, okay? Because sitaki kuandikwa na mtu yoyote. So that is when nika backtrack. I remember I was supposed to do my MCAT. Nikasema it was not for me. Okay? That was in
Yeah.
2015. And then
Got you.
2016 nikaanza kufanya kama nurse.
Yeah.
Nika-enroll for my NP, nurse practitioner. Hey, sadly my mom passed away. Nikasema, this is not me. Nikasema isio yangu. Alafu, why should I go? Like my program was 85,000. Sorry, 95,000 student loan. Nikasema kwa nini waste 95,000? Nikafanya. Nikakumbuka father ako na shamba kubwa huko Ushago. Inafanya kitu yote. Kwa nini nichukue 95,000 loan? Na mshahara yangu ina to increase na $10,000.
Gotcha.
I can do overtime, okay?
Gotcha.
So that is when I did Chogo farms. I built my first, yes. You know?
And Chogo, all these ideas, these ideas were just coming up. You have a vision for this. You just have this concept. Hey, I think I can branch into this. Because these are very diverse concepts. These are very diverse brands which you have.
It's like anything and I learned this actually from Startup Africa. They programmed me because we do mainly entrepreneurship. So there was this professor from Albert University in Canada. Alikuwa anafundisha watoto wa high school akasema, anytime you think of an idea, hata kama ni usiku manane record. So I record and then in the morning, you see? And then me, I'm so old school, I also write. It's just that me as my book. I journal. I have a journal, okay? So I record if I'm sleeping and then, you know? So like, even though easy to will come, so like, you can do so much. Okay, let's go back. Kama not all of us can be nurses. You can be caregivers, for example. So in America, kuna CNA who are caregivers. Kuna also pia, I think they're called, kuna certified nursing assistants na caregivers. CNA, you go do an exam. No, you go to school. Most of the time, there are 6-week programs whereby utafanya alafu you're gonna go through the board of nursing, unapata unakuwa certified. Caregivers have the tests. Hizo ni kufanya kwa magroup home. Okay, all of us can be nurses. Not all of us unaweza soma.
Fact.
Yeah. And caregivers wanalipa pesa kidogo. For example, TBM, his company, I know he pays minimum of $25 an hour.
An hour.
Yes, but here in America, I know. I know caregivers in Washington who are being paid even $37 an hour, even up to $40. That is before.
That's right.
You see, and then it depends with the state. Let me give you an example. When I was a nurse, walinianzisha na $69,000 a year. That was in Delaware.
Year.
Yes.
A year. Yes.
And then mimi nilifundishwa how to ongeza mshahara yako. So that was my first job. Nikaenda in 3 months nikatoka kazi, nikaenda kazi ingine. Mshahara wangu increase to 75. Nikitoka Delaware nikikuja hapa Arizona in 2018 because sasa wanaona uko na experience, mshahara wangu can increase to 89,000 a year. So imagine
yes.
2016.
Started from the bottom.
Yes.
You just kept on, gradually, all the way up.
Yes.
All the way up.
My mother-in-law anafanya California. Analipa. So naona mimi nilikuwa nalipwa hiyo 69,000 ilikuwa inakuja like $29 an hour, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In Delaware. Mother-in-law wangu, and this was before COVID, alikuwa anatengeneza $95 an hour because ako California.
Oh yeah. Over there, yeah. It's a different world, yeah. California is a country on its own. California is a country on its own. California and Texas. Can you please get the hell out of America? God damn it.
Yes. You see?
I was laughing, Chogo. I was laughing. I saw the gas prices. I saw the gas prices in California right now. San Francisco is $11. I was like, sell your cars and just hop on bicycles. God damn it.
Money.
Hop on bikes.
Florida and Georgia, they're even lower. Like I know when I went to Georgia, my boss with a master's, like Yeni charge nurse, was only making $24 an hour.
Yeah. Let's see that.
All those
Welcome,
places.
welcome to the. Mm,
Florida saizi nimeona when you go to an app called Vivian, they are advertising $28 an hour. Okay.
yeah.
Nitwangaje. I know when you start at Christiana, they start you with $25 an hour. How
Yeah.
do you man? You go and specialize. Like you see me, I'm a regular nurse, right?
Yeah.
But I'm specialized. So I did liver kidney transplant, dialysis, apheresis, okay, and
Yeah.
stem harvesting. So a regular nurse, hapa Arizona, I remember, ataanzishwa at $26 an hour. Because
That's
me,
you're
yeah,
yeah, that's the startup one. Yeah.
that was in 2018. No, 2018. Mimi, because mimi ni speciality, okay, mimi nalipo 38. Sisi wote ni nurses. We are starting entry level. Wewe kuza wewe tu ni med surg kupatiana tu madawa, wewe unalipwa 28.
9.
No, sorry, actually 26. But the same
$26. Okay.
niko na speciality because so unaona mimi ni nurse, mimi naweza fanya kazi ya kila mtu but hawezi kuja kufanya kazi yangu ya dialysis. They can't operate
That's
the
right.
machine. They can't
Kidney transplant, this, they cannot
Yes,
do it. Yeah.
you specialize. So with specialty, like you see ICU nurses, that's a specialty.
Yeah.
NICU, that's a specialty. Labor and delivery, that is how you make your money.
Yeah.
Okay, like now, did you know like now, even though the rates have gone down, but labor and delivery nurses, labor and delivery, they're still making like the big bucks, like the 3,800, like up to 4,000 a week, because they have specialized. Hawako wengi. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like you see all those things. So you have
Yes.
to. But me, I think me, I'm ambitious, same as my brothers, and that one I learned it from my brothers.
Yeah.
I nataka nitwangaje, hiyo ndio imenisaidia. Unaona, sitaki tu kusettle. Sasa for example, wewe ni nurse, umeenda for example nursing home, umeanzisha na hiyo $27 ya kila an hour, kila siku tu unaenda unapatiana, unapop madawa. Ukishamaliza si kazi rahisi, umemaliza. Okay, but unasahau like in a nursing home, I have a job, my nursing home job. I only go there. It's just backup, and the reason it is backup, it pays for my flights. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. So they cater for, yeah, because they need you. Because
Yes.
there's a high shortage of
Yes.
people in your field. Yes. So they'll even pay for your flight and all that stuff.
No, not like that. They don't pay. The reason I go to that job is to pay for
Okay.
my class flight, because it's a hard job. I only need to do 10 shifts in a year to pay for that flight. That is the only reason I have that job. Because ni ngumu, uko na watu 32, and then ukienda kwa hosi umespecialize, wewe ni ICU kuna watu wawili. But because umeenda nursing home, umezoea hiyo, unakuwa comfortable. Utaki kutoka. And there's a really big need of black nurses in critical care. Because hatuko wengi, most of us tuko group home. So not group home. Tutaki kwenda kwa. So imagine wewe uko na watu 32, unapaywa less, but because uko comfortable, you don't want to step out of your cocoon.
Comfort zone. That's right.
Alafu ukifanya hosi kuna watu wawili kama umespecialize. So that is the other thing. So anyway, let's backtrack. You don't have to be a nurse, be a caregiver.
Yeah.
So DNA, they make up to depending with the state. Okay. I know if you work for an agency, I know in Pennsylvania they pay up to 25 an hour. Some agencies pay 30. Okay. But if you work for a specific hospital, utalipiwa 18 an hour.
Yeah.
Same as
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so kuna, and all those people are needed, and I've been seeing it in TikTok. Yanasema caregivers needed in America, so they need them. Okay.
So you're telling. So I'm trying to, I'm connecting all these dots. I'm a very good listener, and I'm a good student. This has never been. And I'm gonna tell you this. I always tell my mother, when she gave birth to me, if we had the internet, or like the internet period, I would have never gone to school.
Yes.
I always tell her that, right? So I'm the tech savvy guy. So stuff like this, I was very poor in biology when I was in school. So I dropped it, like actually the first day I opened my biology book, I dropped it. and I learned so much from such sessions. Let's go. You are Kenyan in America, and you've gone through this, and you've studied, and you've done all this stuff. Let's go back to the question: why, instead of Kenyans going to Gulf, Saudi, Lebanon, Iraq, maybe even Gaza next time, they might even go to Palestine. Kenyans don't care. What would you tell that girl somewhere in Kisumu? What would you tell that girl somewhere in Kiambu right now, or that boy?
Yes, it's just that some people don't want to share their story. Do you know here in America, watu wanakujanga kama house help? I know someone who came through that, but what some people don't want to share information, but I'll push, even if you want to come to camera, how she came. You can come here as a nanny in America. You can go to as a nanny in UK. Zico, you can. There are agencies that do that. You don't have, like, so unaweza, kama unapenda healthcare, unaweza fanya caregiving.
Yes. Like, for example, Chogo, I have the biggest Gulf population on social media, period. Every Kenyan in Gulf is a caregiver, is a nanny is a caregiver by default.
Yes, you can become a caregiver here too. So I know someone, I'll ask her how she came. Maybe atanipatia agency. Yes, even America, kuna watu wanafanya kuwa kwa manani. Ziko, you know?
So tell them they come as a nanny, and then from there, then they make a transition now to becoming experts in the medical field.
Yes. So kama for example, yeah, because hata huyo mnalikuja kama nani, you still do the 8-hour shifts, anything over. Yeah, like America, so kama easy. Yeah, so unakuja kama nani. It's just that some people don't like sharing information, but I know people come here as nannies.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Come housekeepers.
Yeah.
Okay. The hardest one, you see, like, not all Mexicans are illegal. They also come to the farms. Ni kazi ngumu because sisi Americans hatutafanya hizo kazi. Hizo ndio kusema wanakuja. So not all Mexicans are.
The Mexican, they took over farming jobs in America. Yeah, that's right. They dominated.
Yes. So
they dominated.
And then now the America, if you have done STEM, that is science, technology, education, and mathematics. Do you know, like, Arizona is in need of so many teachers, but teaching in the US, you have to have a master's though.
That's right.
If you have a bachelor, start getting your master's.
Yeah.
I'll bring her into this forum. I know two Kenyan teachers who came through the airlift program. Yes.
Bring them over here. Let's host them. And by the way, for everyone who's watching, because I know Vote TV how we do things. Everyone who's watching here, this interview with Chogo will also be available. We'll be live streaming on Vote TV, YouTube, and also Facebook live streaming. Also live streaming on Twitter, and there will be segments of this interview on Vote TV threads. So this is what we are. This conversation here. I hope you guys are taking notes. If you have any questions, we're gonna have a Q&A as she keeps on sharing her journey, being employed, being a nurse, and her journey as an entrepreneur. So we're gonna have that combined. Yes, continue, Chogo.
And the other thing I can tell people, entrepreneurship is not easy. Okay, it is hard. I'm not saying like I'm perfect. Like, I just look back and I'm like, you know what? It's not easy. So it is like, ukiona maisha yangu Sudani, ati like, oh, it's perfect.
That's right. Which challenges do you face? Actually, let me phrase it the typical way. Which challenges do you face as a Black African entrepreneur?